This is forexoverviews.com euro-dollar weekly time frame analysis. Let's first start to talk about the monthly time frame analysis. And regarding to our previous analysis, there has been no much changes to the monthly chart. Here is it. The single change is that market has triggered the bullish engulfing pattern. This is the bullish engulfing, and by this bar market triggered the bullish engulfing, and it signals some bull power, and that market could take at least this top. And now let's start to talk about the objective of this video, which is the weekly time frame. Here is the weekly time frame chart. Let's start with the moving averages, and by these MAs we can see that overall sentiment on the market is neutral, because these MAs have a congested position. Here we can see that all of them are pointing to the same level. They are extremely congested, so overall sentiment is neutral, but there are some hints that we can extract from the market that can give us some clues about the direction for the next weeks. First, we can see that the market is being held by the 200 period moving average in gold. It's being capped by this MA, so this in fact is a bearish sign. But take a look, that market is being also capped by the 5th period moving average in red. Market could not go far away beyond the 5th period moving average, and market has passed above the 100 period in gray. So although overall sentiment is neutral, we have some early signs of bull power, but they are not reliable. On the next overview, we can see the trend lines and horizontal lines, and we can see that market is holding above the breakout of the downtrend line, this main one in red. Market break it above this trend line and now is holding above it after a retest, so this is a bull power sign. And at the same time, we can see in green an uptrend line has been formed by these lows, so market seems to be starting an uptrend right now. And we can see here also the formation of the bear trap. Market tried to break below this uptrend line in green, closed below it, and immediately after this has closed above, and this trapped the bears that entered short at the false breakout of this trend line, and now they're trapped, so it's called the bear trap, and it suggests that the market could take out the previous hikes. Okay, and also we can see here a bullish engulfing forming this bear trap, so market has made by this green bar bullish engulfing, and the target of this bullish engulfing exceeds this top, so overall direction by these two patterns suggests that the market will go beyond the level of 134. So we have now this next levels of support and resistance as the 134 and 137 as resistance, and the zone between the 127 and 126 as support. And we can see that market is being congested on this area, and until market doesn't take up to this zone or below to this zone, we cannot talk about main direction. But as we can see here, there are these two patterns, the bear trap and the bullish engulfing, that suggests the taking out of this previous high. And by the Jojo-Napoli framework, we can see that trend is now bullish. You can see market is holding above the MACD line, this one market in red. So when market stands above it, the trend is bullish, and it tells that we must search for possibilities to enter long on the market. And we can also see that market is not at overbought or oversold by the trend oscillator. And we can see here by the Fibonacci framework that market is being held by the 618 fib support of this whole up move. Market is held by the 618, and take a look that market formed a triple bottom here, this first, second and third bottom, and all these bottoms, this triple bottom indeed has been held by the 618 fib support. And also we have here an ABCD with a target at the 618 fib expansion right on the 618 fib support. So this is an agreement. We have the ABCD 618 fib expansion right at the 618 fib support. So if the market really holds above this area, this tells that the market has a great bull power because it has not completed the 100% extension of this fib expansion of this ABCD, and it's stopped as an agreement in the 618 fib expansion, the minor target of the ABCD, right at the 618 fib support, and making a triple bottom. So this, if the market really would go to the upside, taking out this high, it suggests that the market has a great bull power and even more power to continue to the upside. On the next overview, let's see some classical technical analysis patterns. We can see here that we have in fact a pennant here and also a symmetrical triangle. You can see here an upthrust and a symmetrical triangle held by these lines, or the pennant pattern as you can call it. And we can see that market is at the fifth wave inside this triangle. The first wave, the second wave, the third wave, the fourth wave, and now the fifth wave inside this triangle or the pennant. And usually the triangles suffers the breakout either to the upside or to the downside after the fifth wave, or just as at the fifth wave. And we can see here that we are at the fifth wave, so we might take a breakout as imminent. The breakout could be imminent right now, so the market could break it up to the upside or to the downside. Well, we don't know the direction of the breakout, but after a strong up move of this and a triangle developing, the market being on the fifth wave and testing on the fifth wave this downtrend line here, I favor the breakout to the upside. Also have market here, the triple bottom holding the market in this uptrend line that forms the triangle. And we can see here by this bar that market has made an indecision candlestick pattern by testing this trend line. So market is at indecision if it will break it to the upside or if it will start another leg inside this triangle. Now let's see something very interesting that is forming on the weekly and also on the monthly time frame. We will see that we have a fractal structure here. In fact, this pennant or this triangle is a fractal structure of a bigger one that is forming on the monthly time frame with exactly the same characteristics that this one have. And what is a fractal structure? In short, a fractal is a structure that is inside the same structure, being on the same time frame, or one being in a higher time frame and another on a lower time frame. In this case, we have the second option. We will see that we have this pennant or this triangle inside a very bigger one on the monthly time frame. So let's switch to the monthly chart and let's see this structure here. Let's draw the lines, and this structure we have already seen on our previous video of the long-term euro-dollar analysis. And here is it. We have the same pennant or the same symmetrical triangle both on the weekly time frame and both on the monthly time frame. Let's zoom in now. We will see that these structures have the same characteristics. We can see that this one bigger one on the monthly chart also is in the fifth wave. We have the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth wave now, which means that we are near a breakout either to the upside or to the downside. And we can see here on the monthly time frame that this structure has a lower bottom here that is in the base of this triangle and is followed by a triple bottom. Okay, exactly as on the weekly chart. Let's switch back to the weekly chart. So as we see here, a lower bottom inside this triangle followed by a triple bottom. So this is a fractal structure inside a bigger structure in another time frame or in the same time frame. So if the market breaks this triangle to the upside on the weekly chart, most probably we will have some breakout to the upside also on the monthly time frame. Most probably we will have some development to the upside. So pay attention on these fractals, pay attention on this structure and on this upper trend line. And now let's see another classical technical analysis pattern that is also present on the weekly chart. Here we can see that we have this inverted head and shoulders and that the neckline has not been triggered yet. Right, this pattern so is still in potential. The neckline has not been broken, and we have also this another head and shoulders that also has not been triggered yet because the neckline has not been broken yet. The first one is developing with a complex right shoulder because of this triple bottom, and both of them are still in potential and no one of them has been cancelled yet. They are still potential. Both of them can be triggered, or one or another. And my personal opinion at that is that we will have a breakout to the upside on this inverted head and shoulders, that we will have breakout of this neckline to the upside due to the bull power that the market is showing on the past weeks. And depending of the direction of the breakout that will take place here, either to the upside with this head and shoulders or to the downside with this one, we can have different harmonic patterns that are developing here right now. If the breakout will be to the upside, we can get these patterns, butterfly cell that is potentially developing right now, and also an ABCD, which can be also a Gartley triple two cell. The targets are very near to each other, being this the 1618 butterfly cell that is drawn here. But remember that if we will get the breakout to the upside of this head and shoulders, the target of this head and shoulders suggests that this hike will be taken out. Okay, so maybe these structures won't stop the market due to the breakout of this head and shoulders, suggesting the taking out of this hike. So this is a potential development situation that is forming right now. And if the breakout occurs to the downside, we can get this another butterfly and this another A, B, C, D to the downside, being this one the targets. And remembering also that if the breakout occurs to the downside, this neckline would be taken out. The target of the head and shoulders suggests the taking out of this low, so maybe the market won't stop here if the breakout occurs to the downside. And as we have a fractal structure here on the weekly and on the monthly charts, we also have this same two butterflies in potential on the monthly chart. We have already seen them on the long-term euro-dollar analysis on our previous video, and let's see them again here. Here's the first, and this one is a fractal of this first butterfly. They have the same characteristics of development, and the second one also is a fractal of this one that is in potential development on the monthly time frame. So we have many fractals here, information on the weekly and on the monthly time frame. And as a conclusion, we can say that the market is in the imminence of doing a great move, a big move on the weekly time frame and also on the monthly time frame. And the next weeks will be very important to the development of situation on euro-dollar. I presented here many signs of willpower, and my personal opinion is that the market will break this line to the upside. And let's see if the market really has the power to do it, or if we will get another down move inside of this triangle. Okay, thanks for watching.